Hi guys, Noise Prospector here. Welcome back to Prospecting Adventures. It's our first outing for 2017 mining season, so excited to get out here. We're actually in a new spot today, different creek, not too far from Reedy Creek, but today we're out in Yackandandah. New spot. I'm out here with a fellow detectorist who's out having a swing, so gonna have a poke around here with a Highbanker and see what we can turn up for you guys. Okay, so just finished setting the Highbanker up to hopefully get onto some good stuff. But lately I've had a few people message me and ask me what I look for in a creek when looking for gold. What signs should I look out for? And is there any areas I should pay particular attention to? And gold, you can find gold pretty much anywhere in a creek, but there are certain areas that will have higher concentration levels. For instance, this big rock here, if you can imagine when the water is quite high or even higher than this rock, that's going to have like a natural riffle. You can see the back edge under it. That's going to create like a low point, as you can imagine, like a riffle in your Highbanker or in a panner or something. There's going to be a low point and all the heavies are going to drop out and concentrate in under there. So I'm actually going to hit that myself in a second here after I've done this little bit for you. But yeah, that's just one area that I like to look. Any bedrock in a creek, study the creek when it's in low flow. Obviously a bit faster over here, but because that's flowing quicker through there won't be as much gold there. It's obviously going to be deeper, water's going through harder. The fine gold's just not going to stop there. Whereas you want to look for the slower spots, like up in here, amongst the tree roots and that. Even the little gravel bar just up there. They're the sort of areas you want to look at, I believe. Just study the creek. It all comes with practice. As long as you're enjoying yourself is the main thing. But just look for little rocks, like this one here. Like behind that, there'll be a low point. Wouldn't be a massive pocket because there's a lot of water force going around it. But there would be a higher concentration there than, say, if you were just going to dig in the middle of the creek bed. Just study what you see. Plenty of research, reading. All helps. Okay, so here's a little word of advice. When you come out the creek, make sure your clamps are tightened up. I've just had a block up I've still got one actually, a block up in the spray bars. You can see they're shooting all over the joint, and that tells me that there's a lot of weeds and stuff getting sucked in from the suction hose, and that would be because the strainer has fallen off and gone for a swim. So it's long gone now. So what I've done is improvising. I haven't got another one in the car. I've got another one at home though. What I've done, so I've chucked the end of the hose in a weighted bucket. Just got a big stone in the bucket facing downstream, so that no silt that's kicked up less silt will get kicked into the bucket and get sucked up. So it's still working alright, and it'll get me through the day. But yeah, just a reminder to make sure your clamps are always on tight. And it doesn't hurt to double check them, so you don't have an issue like this come up. Another thing I like to do is I like to set up my Highbanker to 1 inch of fall per foot. I've got a 3 foot sluice here with 1 metre. I like to run mine a little bit steeper so it'll clear out a bit quicker. But as long as you're getting the build up of material behind your riffles and you can see the exchange happening, you're still going to catch the heavies there. So it's all trial and error. There's nothing set in stone. Whatever works for you. Different material requires different fall, different water flow, etc., etc. It's just how I like to run it. But yeah, it changes every time I'm out. So Okay, so I've just stopped for a quick clean up to the top 6 inches of the mat. Cleaned out the V-rib underneath, and pleasant little surprise actually. Some nice pieces in there actually, like a bit bigger than I'm used to, and there's quite a bit more fine stuff that's washed around as well. So going to get back into this hole and keep hitting it and see how we go. Righto, so pump's just run out of juice, so I thought it'd be a good time to clean out the top mats again. While I was down, I thought I'd give you guys a quick look at the material I was in. It's like a real slate type material. Yeah, different to the reedy creek that I'm used to. This reminds me a lot of the Buckland Valley. Just that alpine rock. I don't know, but that, yeah, it's almost like a shale. Another bit over here, and just real fine. Lots of flat rocks here too, like very flat. So, but yeah, there's my tailings pile. And it's that's what's come out of the hole over here. It's gone down about 1.5 foot, up to about my knee. I'm not real tall, so but it's plenty deep enough. So yeah, gonna clean out these top mats again and see what we got in here. And the sun's decided to poke its head out. Beautiful day. Sound of running water, birds chirping, and then I come along and ruin the peace and quiet with a 2.5 horse tornado pump. Beautiful. Okay, so just packed up for the day. Cleaned all the mats out from the Highbanker into the bucket there. A little bit of material, so I'll pan that down to just the heavies so I can take it home and put it through the blue bowl for the final cleanup. And yeah, so not a bad day out. Sun's still shining, still blue skies. Put a fair old dint into the bed there, so yeah, so we're going to head home now. Pan all this out. I'll get his back for the blue bowl. Cheers. Okay, so just running the plus 50 mesh classifier at the moment from the trip. Got a little bit in there. I've already cleaned this up the second time. This is the second time I've cleaned it up, sorry. But it's looking promising. A little bit there. A little bit more inside there as well. So we'll keep going with this. Got 2 more to do, and then I'll get yours back in for the weigh up. Okay, so finished cleaning up everything out of the blue bowl. This is the take in the S-wing pan. Doesn't look too bad actually. Clean it up alright, just trying to get it to focus again. A few nice pieces in there. So what I'll do is I'll put this in the saucepan and dry it out, and then I'll get yours back for the weigh-in. Cheers.